everyone, this is Satyaprakash. Welcome to my channel. This is part 25 of ASP.NET Web API. In this video, I'll discuss how to call COVID-19 Web API using web request and deserialize in JSON. So before going through this part 25, please visit my part 24, that is how to consume COVID-19 API in ASP.NET using HTTP client. So you can get this video in my playlist called ASP.NET Web API tutorial. So basically this COVID-19 API is the external APIs, so we need to implement in our ASP.NET project. So in this video we'll discuss few points, that is how to convert summary JSON object of COVID-19 to C# class, check COVID-19 API response using Postman, consume COVID-19 API in ASP.NET and display worldwide COVID-19 status, and 4 is consume COVID-19 API in ASP.NET and display country-wise COVID-19 status. So guys, here I have the steps mentioned. That is, step 1 is we need to add web form in ASP.NET empty project. So this is the my project called Web API using GridView. So I have added one web form here called COVID-19 summary.aspx, right? So and step number 2 is I need to add one class for mapping COVID-19 API response for summary. So in the COVID-19 folder I have created one summary class file, right? Here you can see. And step number 3 is this is for COVID-19 API URL for summary, right? So I already have told you how to check the specific get request for countries in my previous video. In this video I'll discuss about the summary, right? So we need to go to this URL and we need to check the documentation file. So this is the URL, right? Coronavirus COVID-19 API, and here I'll show you how to check that summary get response. You can see on the coronavirus COVID-19 APIs there is so many get requests. So I need to select this summary, so just select it and you can see the related COVID-19. You can see here coronavirus COVID-19 summary URL. So we need to refresh again. Okay, now you can see here, right? And again I need to select here get summary. So once you select the get summary, you can see get summary and the URL of that summary, and you can see some of its response in body, right? And this is the URL we need to implement in our ASP.NET project. So step number 4 is we need to check COVID-19 API response for summary using Postman. So guys, here I copy this URL, go to my Postman and paste it here and select the get request from the drop down, right? Once select it, just click on send, and once you click on send you can see 200 OK status and you can see the response here. So here two types of responses here. One is globally, that is worldwide, that is how that is total confirmed, new confirmed, total confirmed, new deaths, total death, and new recovered, total recovered, and the death. Same way we can see the country wise the details, right? What is the country wise details? You can see on the countries, you can see the country ID and the country name, country code, and the same properties how many it is showing here, that is new confirmed, total confirmed, new deaths, total death, new recover, total recovered, and death, right? Okay, and step number 5 is we need to convert the that is the summary JSON object to C# class, right? I already have told you how to convert it in my previous video. So in this we'll follow the same steps to convert the summary JSON object to C# class. So how to do it? Go to my Postman, all right? So copy up to this that is from global to copy this one up to countries, right? So it is end of the countries, so copy this up to this, go to the URL of JSON to C#, right, and paste it here and once you paste it, you can see is the JSON section is the C# section. So once you copy this, you just close with the, you can see countries starts with the angle bracket, right? You just close this with the angle bracket after the curly brace, right? And we don't need this premium property, so we just remove from the countries. All right, and once you remove, you just also remove that comma, and once you remove, you can see that is for global and one is for countries. So once this is done, you just click on convert button here. Guys, here you can see my summary JSON object is converted to our C# class, right? Here is for countries, whatever the properties, and here it is for the global, right? For global, it is showing all the properties, and these two class files has been called inside another class called root. That is inside the root class we have two class that is already defined. One is for public global, and one is for list of countries, and the countries object here, right? And we have mentioned the get and set accessor for every properties. So we need to copy this whole thing, and what I'll do here is go to my class file called summary.cs, and I have pasted out all these things in my summary.cs file, guys. So this is for countries, so I just rename to countries because we have already a property name country, so it will not allow to same class name with the property name. So I have created for countries, and for global I have this property names, and inside root class what I done is just implement this two class implement, that is the call these two class files class names public global and its global object, and I have mentioned here small g, and for countries I have list of countries, and the object is that is the countries with small c. After done this, my class file is ready to implement. All right, so step number 6 is we need to add some code in .spx for GridView design. So go to COVID-19 summary.spx. So guys, here is my COVID-19 summary.spx page, right? And you have noticed one thing is I have that is for global, inside h2 tag I have 4 properties, that is for total confirmed, total death, new confirmed, and new deaths. So here you can see for global class file we have this property, right? This properties, right? So we need to call same property names inside .aspx file. So what I need to for that, what I've done here is for each properties I have mentioned 4 labels: label 1, label 2, label 3, and label 4, and in backend we need to call these properties for global using this label controls. I'll show you in my CS file. Okay, this is all about to call the properties using of global class file in h2 tag and the label controls. And for countries, now you can see for countries we have this much property names. So for countries, what I have done here is inside h2 inside the you can see GridView, I have implement the GridView for their countries. So I have mentioned the GridView ID and some bootstrap class, right? And auto generated column set to false, and whatever properties we need to define we need to show using the GridView, we just mentioned here is in the data field properties, right? Here country name, total confirmed, total death, new confirmed, new death. So these properties are available inside the countries class, right? So here, and last thing is I have added one label for exceptions. If any exception is found in our code, then this label will show that error message to the end user. Alright, step number 7 is we need to add some code in .aspx.cs for consume COVID-19 API and GridView binding, guys. Alright, So what I have done here is go to that CS file. Alright, so this is my CS file of this SPX. Alright, so here guys, what I've done here is I have implemented this code using the web request, right, and deserialize in JSON and bind data in ASP.NET GridView. This most important 3 points. One is web request, second is deserialize in JSON, and third point is bind data in ASP.NET GridView. So to implement that web request, we need to add two namespace. One is system.io and second one is system.web.script.serializations, and this class file is required, this namespace is required if you call the class name, so that it is required, right? It is for namespace for this summary class file. Alright, this is the most important namespaces. Okay, now I have mentioned try and catch block for exception handling. So you can see I have added my web API URL, that is for COVID-19 here, right, summary, and here I have used the web request class file to implement the web request. So web request req dot create, I have mentioned this underscore URL inside there. I have called this variable, and the method is get, and the content type is application /JSON char set equal to UTF-8, and web response is the class is response to our web request. So web request is reference to the web response. So that is using this object, I have to implement the method called get response, and you can see one stream class is here, and stream class object. Using that web response object, we need to add one more method called get response stream. And remember guys, for this web response, the namespace is system.web.script.serialization, and for stream and stream reader, the namespace is using system.io. Okay, next one is the stream reader using object new stream reader. So we have instantiate the stream reader class, and I have mentioned the stream object inside the stream reader, and using JSON we need to use that RE object of stream reader, and we need to set to as read to end method. Alright, and this is all about web request configuration in our code as per my title of this videos. And second is a deserialize, right? Deserialize things in JSON. So this line will deserialize the JSON. So root is the class name. So here I mentioned here this inside root class I have called this other two class, that's countries and global. So no need to call these two classes, only we have mentioned the class name root, and it will automatically call the all property of remaining classes. Alright, so this is for root class and the object w, and this is for the deserialize in JSON, and you can see the deserialize method is here, and it will convert a JSON formatted string to an object of the specified type. And here I mentioned the root class as well, right? Here it is. Alright, once it is done, next final step is bind the data in ASP.NET GridView. So here is the GridView ID, that is the GRDEMP data source equal to call this object of root or w.countries. So countries is nothing but the object of country class, which is already defined in our under the root class, that is you can see countries. So using this object of root class, we can access the countries properties. So w.countries and data bind. So this is all about GridView's bind successfully, and we can see all the country wise details using the GridView. So and the final one is using 4 different label, we need to call the global properties, global class properties. So using that object of root class, the global is nothing but you can see it is the object of a global class file, which is already defined earlier, and we have called this class inside root class. So it is kind of wrapper class, and using that object we can access the global properties, and under properties which global global object, and using this global object we can access the property names of global class file. That is total confirmed. For level 2 is total death, for level 3 is new confirmed, and for level 4 it is new deaths, right? So in grid view it will show country wise details, and using using label control will show the details of global data. And in catch block I have mentioned the label ID and the exception. If any exceptions found, then it will show the error is please check whether web API is running or not. So once it is done, we need to build our solution. Now my build is succeeded, and I will run the application to see the output. So just click on it. So guys, here I can see my response here, that is COVID-19 summary.spx, and you can see the worldwide COVID-19 status using level properties, that is total confirmed, it is the value, total death, total new confirmed, and new death. So we need to compare this value with the live one which is available using the Postman, right? So here you can see on the in global the new confirmed. So we'll check here, that is new confirmed is that is the value 2,36,094. So the exact value is showing here, and we need to check here, that is total confirmed. So total confirmed, you can see the total confirmed value in the Postman, and the same confirmed value is reflecting in our SPX page, right? And next one is we need to check the country wise COVID-19 status, right? Using this is the grid view, and all the property names, that is country name property, total confirmed, total deaths, new confirmed, and new deaths. So first of all we'll check for Afghanistan. So in the in the Postman we'll check here for Afghanistan here. So so country name is Afghanistan, and the next property is total confirmed, right? So total confirmed is 1,93,912. The same thing is reflecting here, right? And total death is 7,780, and you can see total death is 7,780. So we'll check for country India. So here we'll check here, right? And we need to compare this value with the country India. So what I'll do is search here using Postman for getting the country India. So we can see country India. So you can see guys, new confirmed is 6,809. So in our WebEx it is showing, in our SPX page it's showing 6,809, and for new deaths you can see 26. So for new deaths it's showing 26 for India, and for total death you can see that is the 5,27,991. So you can see here for India country in SPX that is for total deaths it's showing 5,27,991. So guys, here I have implemented the worldwide COVID-19 status as well as country-wise COVID-19 status in my SPX page, right? And one thing I will discuss with you guys, very important, that is for, so we need to stop my debugging. So here is most important point is when I convert the summary JSON to C# class, here I have implement one concept in C#, that is the wrapper class. So in general, a wrapper class is any class which wraps or encapsulates the functionality of another class or component. So root is the wrapper class. It contains wraps or encapsulates the functionality of another class, that is global, and one is countries, right? So these are very useful, providing a level of abstraction from implementing the underlying class or components. Alright, so this is the most important point, that is about wrapper class when I implement the external COVID-19 Web API in my ASP.NET project. Alright guys, so I'll go to my presentation here. So in this is my YouTube channel. Subscribe and share it to get the updated knowledge on .NET, .NET Core, C#, SQL Server, MVC, Angular, GitHub, and DevOps. So that's it for today guys. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.